Hello, good morning students. Here I am to begin the new poem of the 8th standard. That the poem is Palanquin Barroer, written by Sarojini Naidu. The title, the Palanquin. What do you mean Palanquin? You know the barrels. Barrels means one who carry. One who carry the things are called as the barrels. You carry some box, you are called a barrel. If you carry the gift for somebody, you are called a gift barrel. Okay. If you carry some luggage, okay, luggage barrel, all this is called a barrel. Okay. What is that palanquin then? That is a very simple, very close understanding of our Kannada also is here Pallaki. Indian tradition, in the Indian philosophy about that religion understanding, Pallakis are only for the made for to carry the god and goddesses of their village or their which they worship. So, why they have to carry? During the jatra of the year, the whole this god or goddesses of the village or the town or the grama or this or the city, they used to visit it to the whole of the village. To their own people it is called, those who are dieting. So the Pallaki barrels keep the goddesses and the god inside, and for the darshana of the people, usually the people used to come to see, but during the one day of the jatra or the feast of that village, this goddesses goes to visit the people. That is what the sign of their carrying them. Understood? And this is how this Indian tradition is. I think that you don't need much explanation because this is happening in all the villages around here. Okay. So now before going to this poem, I would like to introduce the author, who is Sarojini Naidu. You know her. She was a brave woman, and she got the title as the Nightingale of India. She was born on 1879 and dies in the 1949 after 2 years of her independence. She was also well known as the Nightingale of India. She was famous English poetess. She was political activist and played an active role in the freedom movement. She was the first woman to become the governor of Indian state after independence. Her major works or her major contribution is there are many, few things mentioned here. Among them the poem also, The Broken Wings, Murida Rekkegadu, The Bird of Time, okay, Kalada Hakki, The Golden Threshold, Bangarada Simhasana, threshold is the Vedike, okay, Bangarada Vedike. Now these are the few poems he has written. This is among, not few, among them. These are the main important one. Okay, let us, before going to this summary, I would like to read this poem carefully. You listen and keep in front of you these books so that you are not alienated, you are not in your own mood, but you are in the class. Okay, slowly I will read to you and you listen. Lightly, oh lightly, we bear her along. She sways like a flower, sway, move, in the wind of our song. She skims like a bird on the foam of a stream. She floats like a laugh from the lips of dream. Gaily, oh gaily, we glide and we sing. We bear her along like a pearl on a string. Softly, oh softly, we bear her along. She hangs like a star in the dew of our song. She springs like a beam on the brow of the tide. She falls like a tear from the eyes of bride. Lightly, oh lightly, we glide and we sing. We bear her along like a pearl on the string. And here start the summary. So listen carefully so that you know the whole story, whole poem. Okay. The Palanquin Barroers are carrying a royal bride carried in a palanquin. First and the foremost, she is the royal bride. Okay, bride, madhumagalu. Bridegroom is a madhumaga. Okay, vadu mattu vara. The bride is vadu, vara is bridegroom. Okay, who was carried in the palanquin? The bride was carried in the royal bride. She is from the rich family. Okay, and older days only the rich people could do this. And if you go to the Calcutta, and this called Singh. Okay, they actually see the tradition like this. They don't celebrate the Ganesha festival, but immediately after 15 days they celebrate the Durga festival. See, during this Durga Puja, Durgashtami, they have a grand feast. Deepavali, more than Deepavali, they have this feast. Kolkata people. And during their wedding, if you see, if you have gone to the northeast side, you go to the north. Okay, the rich people still today they're bringing their bride or bridegroom on the horses. Okay, now we also have this tradition of bringing the bride and bridegroom in the car, no, to the wedding hall. And this is how the tradition begins like this also. No, because before it was a like if you have gone, I was working in the social work as in the village. You see that they used to make a bullock cart decorated well. You go to the Mandya side, no, this is the tradition. They have to decorate so well that bullock cart. Which movie it is? If I am not make a mistake, Kushbu movie with Ravichandran, not Ravindra. Immediately after that, you see that Ramacharya, no, and they bring their to the bride and bridegroom on the bullock cart decorated. This is what the tradition we must know. Okay, and this is how they are carrying this bride into the pallaki and the palanquin to meet her bridegroom. That's it. Okay, their song is related to the situation of the bride. According to the situation, Madhumaga, see when you are as a bride, when you are a Madhumaga, when you become a Vadhu, with a lot of joy inside of you. There is a tension also for that day to meet her husband. Okay, meet her the bridegroom. This is the time of full of joy, enthusiasm. God would say. They say that they are bearing the bride lightly, but along with this, they used to carry her so carefully, lightly, without getting any problem to her. You have to take her so carefully. The bride is swaying like a flower. See, when the flower, so fine it is. If it is put a weight on this, something happens, it's going to fade. Even the sun can, after taking out the flower from the branch, from the plant, we have to take care of that flower, otherwise immediately with us it fades away. So exactly like this, the bride is swaying like a flower in the wind. She is gliding like a bird on the fourth of a stream, gliding, flying like a bird in the fourth of a stream. The butterfly flying on the stream in the morning, you see how it is beautiful it looks. If it touches to the water, the wing of the butterfly disappears and vanishes. If you touch the butterfly wings, the whole we get the color. So tiny it is made. Same thing. When it is flying on the fourth of a stream, on the running water, she floats. Float, telu. Okay, quietly like a laugh from the lips of a dream. When you are the small child laughing during the dream. In the night, it looks so nice and beautiful. That is what, even though it is like this. They are singing and carrying her happily. Even she is heavy, but they carry her happily. That is what the idea of this. They are carrying like a pearl on the string. More than, what is she now? She is heavy, she is, but she is a pearl worth more than anything else. She is a precious in front of them. Their difficulty, her weight is not important for them. Carrying her is the more worth them. Like a string should not fall. You know, the pearl is put on the string. So dangerous. If she just misses, she can be fall. Huh? If the pearl is falls from the string, the whole pearl will be broken down. So precious it is, so complicated it is. They have to take care of it. Okay. They are moving gently and cheerfully, slowly, step by step, everybody with the same step. You cannot jumble down the Palanquin. Everyone have to put the same time, same step. That is what the Palanquin Barroer must have it. Okay. If I go with 5 km speed and the one more comes with 8 km speed, one more comes with 10 km speed, and the Palanquin will be down. And one who is sitting there, one who is put the inside will be down. So carefully they have to walk. So this is how they say. They are moving gently and cheerfully, happily. She is hanging like a star in the dew of their song. With the song, she is alienated herself. She was forgotten that she is there inside sitting. She is on the wing, she is on the air now. She rises like a rays of a light seen on the top of the tide. Okay, tide is the water level. Okay, when the sun rays falls on the water tide, on the water surface, it reflects on us. Okay, and this is like, she is like this. She falls like a tear from the eyes of a bride. ಮಧ್ಯಮಗಳಿಂದ ಕಣ್ಣಿಂದ ಬಂದ ಆ ಕಣ್ಣೀರು is like this. Okay, now let me give you the analysis of this, little more explanation of this. In the ancient days, royal brides in India were carried on the ornate palanquins. Decorated, ornate means decorated palanquin or palanquins. The men who carried them were called the palanquin bearers. Okay. The palanquin bearers consider it is a privilege to carry the bride. Those who are carrying this, for them it is a privilege, it is a garva. That is what he says here. Palanquin Barroer is a musical poem. They had a musical poem. The different vivid description of the journey makes us experience the soft and the gentle swaying movements of the palanquin. With the song, without not getting bored, they have to carry this or that on the palanquin. The palanquin bearers carry the palanquin gently. The swaying movements of the palanquin are compared to a flower moving in the wind. If the the wind comes, the flower will fall down. No? It is like a swing on the other side to that side to this side. The palanquin bearers carry the bride so softly and delicately, as if she were something very delicate. Okay, bidra ordo is like a delicate. So we say glasses are so delicate, no? So that we have to take care. We should not make them to fall down. Your glass, your soft, no, and precious. They carry her like a pearl on the string. The bearers do not feel the burden and move with the quick steps like the birds that skim across the river without touching the water. Okay. The palanquin bearers are aware of the presence of the beautiful bride they are carrying in the palanquin. They are always aware that we are carrying this bride who is inside the palanquin. The poet uses two imagery deliberately to convey, instantly to convey contradictory feeling. Okay, for joy and sadness. There are two things. He gives contrast here to deliberately convey the message of sadness and joy, happiness. Okay. The first stanza, the poet says that she floats like a laugh. Okay, she floats like a laugh. This conveys the joy of her anticipation. This speaks about the joy of her life. As she is going to her husband's house, and I told you, she is going to meet her husband. You know, it is the feeling which she has inside, the anguish which she has when she goes to meet her husband's house, the new house, everything new to her. From inside there is a fear, but other side there is a joy also. No, this is a new place. I don't know how I am going to adjust, but one thing she knows: I am going to my life partner for lifelong, and there where I supposed to be. There I am going. And see this joy. Her. She is full of excitement as the palanquin moves towards the house of her soulmate. In the second stanza, the poet compares the bride to a tear falling from the eyes of bride to lend a touch to the sadness of the description. Here see, in the second stanza, it speaks about the sadness. First stanza, it speaks about the joy. Why? Which is joy? She was going to meet her husband, that is the inmate of her soul. Okay. In the second stanza, it speaks about the tear, the sadness. Let's see what it is. The eyes of the bride is the lend to touch the sadness of the description. This aptly describes, this properly describes the state of bride's mind as she is sad at the separation from her parents and family. See? On the other side, she is sad. Why? She have to leave her parents from her family, which she was so long lived from her childhood till today. She was lived there. She have to leave that, and that is what the feeling she has. And so that the day when she is leaving the house, from her mother house to the husband house, first time, in her eyes there is the tears. Why the tears? Tears of her pain and anguish there. Okay, and that is the whole experience. You have to forget her mother place. That is what this is. The poet has used a variety of literary devices. The poem is full of description smiles. Okay, here full of smiles here poem. She is compared to objects known for their beauty, delicacy, worth and brightness. Her variety of smiles used lend modesty. Modesty is the word that you cover your body with respect. That is called the modesty. And beauty to the sweet occasion when the birds being carried to her husband, brides, not birds, brides being carried to her husband's house. The poet used repetition to give musicality, a tune to this song, and sweetness to the poem. The rhymes of the poem is even but sweet. Rhymes. Okay, the tone is even is the sweeter. Okay. The close rhyme scheme adds to the lyrics. Lyrics in the poem. And it says here, alliteration, pictorial quality, and imagery are some of the other devices used to the poems to create the mesmerizing after the reader. Okay, even the reader must feel the. Okay, let's see, give you the further explanation, question answers, glossary on the next video. See you soon, later, see you, bye bye.